I watched the thing on all of them,
Accept
but
the darkness. Over here! Is that all the light can muster?
It's glowing. So if it's glowing,
over here! Over here!
it's that move. Okay.
The light can muster.
Okay.
Over here! Over here! Come on! Over here!
Take this!
Over here! Come on! Enjoy! Over here! Enough! Is that all?
Okay.
Light can muster.
I need to actually. I'm going into.
Over here!
Well, not completely. I've seen a bit, but it's been
Over
way
here!
too long.
Over here!
Back off! Got him! It's over!
Over here! Enough! Is that all the
Okay.
light can muster?
So fly around for that one, I'm guessing.
Over here! Over here! Over here!
Back at ya!
Over here! Come on!
Take this! Take this!
Over here! Enjoy! Enough! Over here! Enough! Is that all the light can muster? Over here!
Back off! See ya!
Pretty tally.
Over here! Come on! Over here! Over here! Enough!
There!
Over here! Enough! Dark times ahead! Don't let him escape!
Heal!
Join the shadows! Over here!
There!
Come on! Enjoy! Is that all the
Okay,
light
so it
can
teleports
muster?
up. I should have read that.
Over here! Over here! Come on! Over here! Over here! Come on! Over here!
Take this! Back at ya! Over here!
Over here! Enough! Is that all the light can muster.
I really dislike unblockable attacks because that can't be solved with enough attention to
Heal. Over here.
notice.
Back off. Enjoy. Over. Yes. Back at you. Gimme.
Enough! Is that all the light can muster?
Over here. Back off. Back at you. See ya. Yes. Over here. Over here. Heal. Over here. Gimme.
Dark times ahead. Don't let him escape. Is that all the light
Okay,
can muster?
I don't enjoy that. The pillar and cannot be blocked, so make sure to evade. Can you evade past them?
Over here. Over here. Enjoy. Heal.
Is that all the
Cool.
light can muster?
That's very fun.
Over here.
Dude, I love how you give me enough time to not be able to do it.
Yeah. It's over. There. Over here. Gimme. Over here. Enough. Over here. Enough.
Is that all the light can muster?
So dodge the slam, block the other two.
Over here. Over here. Over here. Heal. Enjoy. Enough.
Is that all the light can
Cool,
muster?
I love how I blocked that.
Over here. Over here. Surrender. Heal. Back off. Surrender. Enough. Over here. Enough.
Dark. Don't let him escape.
Heal.
Join the shadows.
Over here.
decent
muster.
light. Okay.
Over here!
Over here! Yeah! Go on!
Enjoy! Over here!
Back off! Back off!
Over here! Come on!
Back at you!
Enough!
Heal!
Over here! Dark times ahead! Don't let him escape! Join the shadows! Over here! Surrender!
Heal!
Enough! Over here! Over here!
Gibby!
Enjoy! Over here! Over here! Is that all the light can
Okay,
muster?
so yeah, dude, just spamming some magic really does wonders.
Over here! Is that all
Cool.
the light can muster?
Cool. Okay. That's fun.
Over here! Surrender! Over here! Over here!
Heal!
Over here! Come on! Over here! Enough! Over here!
There!
Enough! Dark times ahead!
There! Yeah!
Don't let him escape! Join the shadows! Over here! Over here! Come on! Is that all the light can muster?
Oh yeah, it's that move. Okay.
Over here! Enjoy! Over here!
Heal!
Okay. I love how that last move. It doesn't matter about it. Blocking it.
Over here! Over here! Enough! Come on! Over here! Don't let him escape.
Heal!
Join the shadows! Come on! Is that all the light can
Okay.
muster?
I don't know how to dodge that.
Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Surrender. Over here.
That never allows me to dodge it.
Enough. Over here.
Oh, it's in the air.
Don't let him escape.
Heal.
Join the shadows. Over here.
Good, just dodge right.
Enjoy. Over here. Is that all?
That doesn't seem to care if you dodge or not. That's very cool. Very fun.
Over here. Come on.
Back off. Back off.
Over here. Surrender. Is that all? The light can
You don't give enough time to do anything versus that. Because you insta teleport and insta throw down. Wait. Okay.
Over here. Come on. Enjoy.
Heal.
Come on. Over here. Over here. Over here. Enough. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Is that all?
Cool.
The light can muster.
This is the reason why I'm hating all of these fights, to be completely honest. Like, I'm having fun with some of them, but other ones are just like,
Surrender. Over here.
too annoying.
Back off. Back off. Back off. Heal.
Over here. Enough. Come on. Over here. Dark times ahead. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Enjoy. Over here. Is that all the light can muster?
Real fun that I can't seem to dodge that one.
Over here. Come on. Over here. Over here.
Take this.
Over here. Over
What?
here. Is that all
Why?
the light can muster?
Okay. That's fun.
Over here. Surrender. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here.
Back off! Back off! Heal! Back at you!
Over here. Enjoy. Enough. Over here. Is that all? The light
Sir,
muster.
I'm in the air and you've already sent it. Why did it hit me?
Over here. Surrender. Come on.
Take this!
Over here. Come on.
Love it.
Back off!
Enough. Is that all? The light can muster.
Bro, you got hit by all of them. Why are you not... Okay, I love that the game...
Over here.
It's like, no,
Back off!
we're gonna do separate rules for this encounter.
The light can
This
muster.
part, because... Fuck you, I guess, to be completely honest.
Over here.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, like, code that just, like... No,
Back off! Back off!
we don't care about the player at this point.
Over here. Enjoy.
Take this!
Enough.
Heal!
Over here. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. What? Over here. Over here. Is that all? The light can
Sir,
muster.
why did none of that... That's real fun. Real fun.
Over here. Come on.
Back off! Back off!
Over here.
Back off! Back off!
Enjoy. Over here. Come on. Surrender. Enjoy. Enough. Over here. Enough.
Got him!
Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Come on. Over here. Over here. Come on. Come on. Over here. Enjoy. Enjoy. Enough. Is that all the light can muster?
Hey, the light doesn't like much.
Over here!
Cool. Just just kill me.
Is that all? The
No,
light
I'm not gonna dropping a no health on the first attack. No, thank you.
Over here!
Back at you.
Over here! Come on! Is that all? The light can muster.
Dude, real quick. I don't like that. Let's see though.
Over here!
Back off.
Is that all? The light can
Dude,
muster.
so why does he sometimes get stunned and other times he doesn't? He's still getting hit by the exact same
Over
move.
here!
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Over here! Surrender! Over here! Over
Back
here!
at you. Take this. Got him. It's over.
Enough!
Heal.
Over here! Don't let him escape. Is that all the light can muster?
Cool. Cool. That's real fun.
Over here! Come on!
Back off. Back off.
Over here! Enjoy!
Heal.
Over
Back
here!
off.
Over here! Is that all the light can muster?
Dude, I'm just about to completely drop this.
Over here!
Like, come on, serious, run its course for me.
Surrender!
I'm good.
Take this. Over here. Yeah. Take this.
Over here!
Heal.
Enough! Over here!
I love being hit by attacks that I'm physically above. And thanks.
Don't let him escape.
I love being shot around like a ping pong ball as well, even though. Can you hear it? Yeah, that's me actually pressing, X, which is the dodge and block.
Over here!
Back at you. Got him.
Like, I don't want to.
Over here! Enjoy! Over here!
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Over here! Enough! Over here!
Heal. Yeah.
Enough!
Back off. Over here. Yeah.
Dark times ahead! Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here.
Back at you. There.
Over here. Over here. Surrender. Enjoy.
Heal.
Enough. Over here. Enough. Is that all? The light can muster.
I love blocking, and then it not caring that I'm blocking.
Over
There you
here.
Back off. Over here.
go. Real quick.
Back off.
Over here.
But we started.
Enjoy. Over here.
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Enough. Over here.
Heal.
Dark times ahead. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Come on. Surrender. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Come on. Come on. Over here. Enough. Is that all the light can muster?
Oh, dude, anti-form is just fucking killing me. Like, I love the health, but it doesn't help me out. And is this other than the heal?
Back off. Back off.
Over here. Enjoy. Over here.
Heal.
Come on. Over here.
Back at you. Got him. See ya.
Over here. Enough. Over here. Enough. Dark time.
Jimmy.
Don't let him escape. Join the shadows.
Heal.
Over here. Over here.
Back off.
Over here. Is that all the light can
Sora,
muster?
Sora, why did you glide? Why? Why did you glide? Why did you do that?
Over here. Come on.
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Over here.
Back at you. Over here.
Over here. Surrender. time's ahead. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Enjoy. Over here. Is that all the light can
Cool.
muster?
Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. I know this guy's supposed to be. Well, Riku's the only one that the person
Take this.
that is well annoying more in a sense because of how much variations.
Back off. Back off.
Because I watched something
Is that all
cool,
the light can muster?
very cool. Went in and was like, it showed each move, but didn't really anything to be completely honest.
Is
Nope.
that all
Thank you.
the light can muster?
Like, I know if you, I think it's when he jumps up.
Over here.
Over here. Take this. Over here.
It's you can hit him.
Over here. Come on.
Back off.
Because I've done it.
Back off.
Over here. Come on. Surrender. Surrender. Enough.
Heal.
But it involved actually going there.
Enough. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here.
Back off. Got him. Take this. Yes.
Over here.
Back at you. Over here. Back off.
Over here.
Back off. Back off.
Over here. Enjoy.
Heal.
Surrender. Over here. Enough. Is that all the light
Oh.
can muster?
Okay. Getting better at least.
Over here. Over here. Over here.
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Over here. Enjoy. Over here.
Heal.
Enough. Over here. Enough.
I just need to time it better to get into the
Don't let him escape. the shadows. Over here.
Back off! Back off! Heal!
Over here. Surrender.
Yes!
Enough. Over.
There!
Over here. Come on.
Back off! Back off! Back off! Gimme! Back off! Got him! Yeah!
Over here.
Back at you! Over here! See ya! Thunder!
Over here. Enjoy.
Heal!
Surrender. Over here. Come on. Come on. Enough. Over here. Enough. Is that all the light can muster?
I couldn't fucking tell what the fuck you were doing. I also couldn't have blocked there.
Over here. Come on. Over here. Over here. Over here. Enjoy. Over here.
So,
Is that all the light
so I need
can
to
muster?
get in near the end? Maybe the second one would also work.
Over here. Come on. Over here. Over here.
Back off!
Over here.
Back at you!
Surrender. Over here. Is that all the light can muster? Over here.
So I just need to get into the third one, and if I can
Over
do
here.
that, just hold out and
Back off! Back off!
Over here. Is that all the light can
I also love that my block doesn't seem to work half the time.
Over here. Is that all the
Cool.
light can muster?
I love wings unlocked. Very fun. Very fun. Very fun.
Over here.
Back off!
Over here.
Take this! Over here! So long! There!
Over here. Come on.
Back off! Back off! Back off!
Enough. Over here. Dark times ahead.
Heal!
Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here.
Back off! Got him! Yeah! It's over!
Over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Back off! Back off!
Over here. Come on.
Yeah. Take this! Over here! Take this! Yeah.
Over here. Enjoy. Is that all the light can muster?
I don't know what to do with that.
Over here. Come on.
Back at you! Got him! Yeah. So long! Yeah.
Over here. Come on.
Yeah. 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 Back off! Back off! Back off!
Over here.
Take this!
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enough. Is that all the light can muster?
Did I actually hit him with when he was when he jumped? I don't think so.
Over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because I could have sworn that I just did it too early.
Back off! Back off!
Over here.
Yeah.
Is that all the light can muster?
I love moves that are just like, oh yeah, you got hit one sure, you're getting hit by all of
Over
them.
here.
Yeah.
They're comparison.
Back off! Back off! Back off!
Over here.
Yeah. Back at you! Over here! Take this! Yes!
Come on.
Yeah. Take this! Got him! Yeah. See ya! Gimme!
Over here. Enough. Over here. Enough. Dark times ahead. Don't let him escape. Join the shadows. Over here. Surrender.
Heal!
Over here. Over here.
Back at you!
Come on.
Take this!
Over here. Enough. Over here. Is that all the light can muster?
Oh,
Over here.
Back at you! Over here!
like other than his desperation.
Back off! Got him!
I agree.
Yeah. Take this!
Over here.
Back off! Back off!
I don't really think she's hard.
Over here.
It's annoying moves, but they are. They're super powerful. They didn't.
Don't let him escape.
Heal.
Join the shadows. Over here. Surrender. Over here. Over here. Is that all the light can muster?
Dude, anti-form straight up is just trash.
Over here.
Like, the movement is probably what...
Endure. Over here.
No,
Is that all the
no,
light can muster?
no.
Over here. Surrender. Is that all the light can muster?
You know, I really shouldn't have done this. Because now I'm just gonna go to bed without a migraine coming in. Okay, what time is it? Oh, dude, that's 10:47. That's all you guys get. Definitely with a migraine coming in. I'm good. I'd rather get rid of this than continuing to throw my head at this. I'll make sure before I do the next one that I actually rewatch the video on them just to see any openings, whatever tips. And also, dude, this is... Well, it doesn't matter, because it's going on Saturday anyways. Real quick. Continue main. Hold on, we can actually do the main game? Oh, we can. I mean, the only thing this brings up is trying to just go in and farm the materials for actually upgrade my keyblades. I don't really other than whatever they
Let's see.
whatever extra stuff it has. Like I can't. This is how bad I'm getting. The abilities on them. Why did it take me so long? I said at that level it doesn't, but that at okay. But like right now, just getting stupid amounts of these. Yeah, that might just be what I do next time then. Take a break from it, go in, and just farm materials, these materials. And also, Wellspring gems is something I need for all of them, and hungry crystals. That's cool. You know, it's actually
What marvelous We brought some ingredients.
it feels so different going jumping into the main game. It's kind of like jumping from any other game, going and like no lifing a Dark Souls for a while, and then jumping to another game, and it's like, are all games this easy? I'm on the highest difficulty. Or you know, actually, playing as if you, as if, like it's the, looking around each corner, looking if there's enemies, just the fun stuff. If I save this, I should not have tested on this one. Okay, so, okay. Okay. So, there's no reason to do that. Can I move you? Oh. Okay. Well, that's a nice thing to realize. I don't really think it's gonna make all that much of a difference. I don't know. I might use that knowledge or not. I don't know. I probably should do that for money, because that's the only real problem that I might encounter. I just don't want to go farming, to be completely honest. I don't even do it for games that I want to play. And that's a lie. That is a lie. I don't like tedious farming. If I can go in and just like rerun a little area and just keep resetting the enemies and be like, like so, Dark Souls. I've already brought it up. Sitting at I was about to a is it a bonfire? Side of Grace. Elden Ring, it's Side of Grace. Like right, I've just finished the Surge, and there's a. It is interesting that it's there. Um, they still have the mechanic of you drop your currency when you die, but they add something extra onto it. Um, you it I believe it's depending on how much currency you drop, uh, determines how high of a heal you get from it. Per like you get you get one instance of not one instance. You get one multiple times because I don't know. But how quickly it does the one is determined by how much you have. So starting off, it's not gonna, it's healing, but eh, but oh, I just dropped 1 mil. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Do you really want that on the ground? Um, but the other, because I'm guessing because they did that, they don't want you to just run into a boss next to no risk, die, get a heal, have healing, passive healing throughout the entire fight. So they added a timer onto it. Um, well, apparently, if you get the time, it starts off at like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how long you have to pick it up. Uh, but if you get the time, whenever you kill an enemy, it increases the timer. If you get the timer to 5, I believe you get a 1.5 of it. So you get your currency plus half extra. Um, and it's somewhere within 7 minutes or something. I believe it's above 7 minutes. Maybe 7:30 because um, you you get double what you dropped. Um, which is something. They also have it to where the longer you go without going to the med station, or what is it called? I don't know. Um, you get a increasing like times multiplier for the currency. Uh, Funny enough, you can just not go into the med go in and go into that. You could just go into the crafter right next to it, which also resets all enemies but doesn't reset that. You don't get a full heal, but like I don't know about you. I was running around with practically a health regen energy build for people who haven't played the Surge. It's supposed to be it's a uh, hex what souls like it has cool mechanics. If if you focus your attacks on one segment of you get to select lock on to a person, but you also get to choose where you want your attacks to go. If you want an easier time, just hit the unarmored pieces. If you want the armor, attack that piece and then cut it off. Uh, I believe I don't think you have to do the finisher. I do you or I don't know. I finisher guarantee next to always guarantees whatever you cut off. So I if I need something, I do that. And it's just like, oh, you see an enemy using something you want. Okay, just beat them up, get enough energy, cut it off. It's yours now. You have to craft it if it's armor, though. Oh, but I had the Bloodied Proteus armor. I was using staffs, and by the end, I had it to where my energy didn't degrade over time at all because my minimum energy was 100% energy. Um, but I also started at one point I was like, I'm already going practically energy build, so I might as well throw in some of the while you're high on energy, which is a complete lie. It is when you meet a small amount of energy, um, this thing happens. And I was running around with 2 health regens, and the Proteus armor just increases the amount of healing you get. Plus, it has health regen on it. uh, I I finished. I got to the final boss and was like, okay, I wonder if this game is gonna let me run around after I beat up the boss. So I looked it up. Nope, it puts you to the main menu. Funny enough, if I ever do the Surge, that's the save file you're gonna get to have fun with. You're gonna be on playthrough 2 of it because I can't be bothered. Um, um, Probably gonna see dual rigs for it just so I have a different. Um, but yeah, no, and I went and did the DLCs, and I was just sat there like, man, I should have done the DLCs when I got access to them. Because man, they were easy. I, I didn't feel like I should have gone through them when I did. There's also a lot of good stuff in both of them. But either way, that's gonna be all for tonight. Well, yeah, sure, tonight. Um, yeah.